From the mud to the rise, yeah, we built it on the grind. Trench talk, real talk, leave the fake ones behind. We don't fold, we don't break, every move we define. It's the code from the trenches where the real ones align.
All right, buckle up because this is finna be a wild ride. So check this out. It's a chilly Friday night, 10:45 p.m. Late enough that the streets are like a ghost town, but still hot enough that anything can pop off. Police get a call from the block, and they're told there's a crew of 4 out here stomping on cars and pulling guns like they're in a damn action movie. But hold up, this ain't no blockbuster scene. It's real life, and these fools are about to make a mess. The officers roll through thinking it's just another low-level hood situation. Ain't no reason to trip, right? But nah, fam. As soon as they hit the block, boom, shots start ringing out. These clowns, the Madden King gang members, aren't just messing with cars. They're popping shots at the police like it's nothing. And here's the thing, the cops weren't even after them. They didn't come with sirens blaring, guns drawn, or flashing lights. Nah, they just slid through the block to check out some nonsense. But these gangsters, they weren't having it. They set an ambush. So the video, this footage that dropped, is straight up insane. You see the 2 suspects lurking in the shadows like some real-life boogeymen. They're posted up like they're waiting for the right moment to pounce. The cruiser passes by, and that's when they make their move. They open the gate, step out, and let off 4 shots like they're at the range. No hesitation. Pow, 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 pow. 4 clean shots, quick as hell. And these fools are off, back into the alley, like roaches disappearing into the cracks when the lights flick on. But here's where it gets real dumb. These idiots think they're slick, running through a backyard, tossing the weapon like it's a hot potato. They didn't even make sure the heat was gone. One of them tosses a 9mm with an extended magazine. Straight up amateur hour. But guess what? The cops find that weapon later. Yeah, real smooth. Now, let me break this down for you. You gotta be extra crazy to shoot at the police for no damn reason. Like, the cops weren't even chasing you or anything. They weren't on your trail. They were just trying to figure out why y'all are out here acting a fool, pointing guns at random cars. But instead of just chilling and taking the L, these punks decide to turn the block into a damn war zone. You don't just casually shoot at the cops unless you've lost every single bit of common sense. Like, what are you even thinking? Are you trying to get your name in the paper, or are you that desperate for a highlight reel? And the moves these idiots are making, it's like they were playing chess with a broken board. First, they blocked the alley with garbage cans, trying to trap anyone that comes through, like they thought they were some kind of genius masterminds setting up a street maze. But guess what? In the end, all they did was trap themselves in their own stupidity. They thought they were on some next level planning, but all they did was give the cops the perfect play to catch them slipping. I mean, the whole thing is just extra. These guys weren't even running from the cops. They weren't cornered. They weren't caught up in some gang beef where it was kill or be killed. Nah, these fools just got some heat, and for whatever reason decided it was time to fire shots at the police. For what? To flex? To prove they got the guts to pull the trigger? Whatever the reason, it's clear they weren't thinking clearly, and now they're on video for the whole world to see. And don't think that this is some random neighborhood beef. Nah, this is a gang move, and these guys are from the Madden Kings. Repping a set that doesn't take losses lightly. The way they moved, like they had it all figured out, is just a straight up tragedy waiting to happen. Cause we all know how these stories end. They're too dumb to run, too reckless to hide, and too sloppy to get away with it. This story right here, it's on some next level, full throttle, no turning back type of madness. It starts in the little village, right? Now, if you've ever been through there, you know what's up. It's a mix of good folks just trying to make it, and then you got the knuckleheads running around like they own the place. And trust, it's these fools who decided to make the neighborhood a literal war zone for no damn reason. Now here's where it gets wild. These gang members are out here flexing like they're on some Grand Theft Auto mission, blocking off the streets like they're holding up a bank, making sure no cars can escape. And get this, they ain't just stopping cars. They're pulling guns and blasting at anyone rolling by. Random folks just trying to get home? Yeah, they got the heat pointed at them too. This is the kind of reckless stuff that makes you question what in the hell these guys are thinking. And trust me, it's not the first time this neighborhood's seen this kind of chaos. But the police, they ain't about to let these clowns get away with this. So they pull up to see what the hell's going on, right? And these fools start shooting at the cops. Yeah, you heard that right. They were popping shots at the boys in blue like they had something to prove, as if it's normal to go full beast mode on the cops. The streets were lit up like a 4th of July parade, only there were no fireworks, just pure gunfire. Now check this out. The residents around there, they're terrified. And that's real talk. People saying they're locking their doors tighter, keeping windows shut. One woman even says she's just glad nobody got hit. Thankfully, the officers and the innocent folks weren't caught up in the mess. But this was way too close to comfort. We're talking life or death type stuff. Imagine living there, watching fools run the block like they own the streets, while you're just trying to make it through the day without catching a stray. Here's the kicker. One woman tells the news off camera, gunshots have become frequent. And you know what that means? People ain't even surprised anymore. Gunfire's become the soundtrack to their lives. But that ain't the worst part. These fools running the block like it's their personal playground are sending the worst message possible. You think this is just about gang beef? Nah, it's deeper. It's about disrespecting everything, even the cops. This is next level lunacy. I mean, you can literally see them running down the street like they're starring in some action flick. One dude tells his boy, go get him, and then bam, dude starts shooting like it's nothing. This is the type of stuff that gets you life in the cage or worse, getting poked up with the needle. And that's what they're playing with. Shooting at the police? You might as well write your own ticket to the penitentiary because you're done. There's no coming back from this. You're either catching 100 years or catching the poison in your arm. This ain't some video game where you respawn. This is real life. You target the police, you're done. These fools thought they could just go wild on the streets and act like nobody was watching. But guess what? The whole block saw that foolishness. The whole stretch from 23rd to 24th Street gets shut down by the cops for an investigation after these clowns decided to turn the area into a war zone. The scene looks like something out of a movie. Crime scene tape still hanging up days later, like a reminder to everyone that the streets ain't safe when you've got idiots running the block. But here's the thing. The real victims in all this aren't the idiots who started the madness. They're going to end up behind bars forever. Trust me, they're done. The real ones suffering, the community, the people who live there. These are the folks that got to deal with the chaos. They're the ones who got to deal with the fear, the uncertainty. These idiots went and messed up their peace for no reason. That's who I feel the worst for, because they ain't asked for none of this. Now, days after the dust settles, safe passage workers are out here helping kids get to school. You think that's how it's supposed to be? Nah, fam, it's not. These kids are supposed to be going to school without worrying if they're going to get caught in the crossfire. But that's the reality now. This mess has people scared. And guess what? The whole neighborhood is praying for something to change. They want these fools to feel the heat, to understand that this kind of fear-mongering can't keep going. But nah, instead of making moves to better the community, these punks keep running wild like it's a video game. And we all know what happens next. One of them is going to end up behind bars forever. There's no escaping it. You shoot at the police, you ain't just risking your life, you're signing your own death sentence. So, look, the message here, it's simple. This needs to stop, and it needs to stop now. You mess with the wrong people, and you're going to end up in a cell for life. Simple as that. If you're watching this, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and let me know your thoughts, because this video is just another example of how dumb these street games can get. The stakes are real, and so are the consequences.